And now moving to Europe, where German and Swedish fighter jets were scrambled on Sunday to intercept and monitor Russian surveillance aircraft operating unannounced over the Baltic Sea. 2 Swedish Gripen and 2 German Eurofighter jets were deployed into international airspace to track the Russian reconnaissance plane. The German Air Force reported that the Russian aircraft had switched off its transponders and ignored repeated calls to identify itself, raising safety concerns for civilian flights in the region. Now, this comes after Estonia accused Russia of violating its airspace on Friday in a move that's alarmed NATO allies and triggered an immediate military response. Officials said the 3 Russian fighter jets crossed into Estonian airspace over the Gulf of Finland on Friday, flying without clearance or contact with air traffic control. Now, Estonia's foreign ministry stated that the fighter jets entered the country's airspace in Vaindaloo Island area without permission and remained there for approximately 12 minutes.
This was a very serious violation of the NATO airspace. We are talking about 12 minutes of violation. Last time we saw it just before Estonia joined NATO, it was 2003. But now this is the global situation is totally different. The regional situation is different. Just a couple of days before, we saw a full-scale attack against Poland with 19 drones. And if you put it all in the pattern, so Russia is turning on the heat. Russia is testing more NATO.
And within minutes, Italian F-35s, which are part of the NATO's Baltic air policing mission, were scrambled to intercept the jets, with Sweden and Finland also deploying their rapid reaction aircraft. These incidents have come at a time of heightened anxiety on NATO's eastern border after Poland earlier this month said that around 20 Russian drones flew over its territory.
This Russian provocation, as the generals and our soldiers are well aware, was nothing more than an attempt to test our capabilities. The ability of politicians, the Polish president, and the Polish prime minister to respond to what is happening today. It was an attempt and provocation to test the mechanisms of operation within the North Atlantic Alliance and our readiness to respond.
Now, in response to the recent violation, Estonia's prime minister announced that his government would request consultations under NATO's Article 4, a provision that allows member states to call urgent discussions when they believe their security is under threat.
This morning, 3 Russian MiG-31 fighter jets entered Estonian airspace. NATO fighters responded and the Russian planes were forced to flee. Such violation is totally unacceptable. The government of Estonia has decided to request NATO Article 4 consultations.
This is the second such request in less than 2 weeks after Poland invoked the exact same clause. A meeting is now scheduled for September 23rd when NATO ambassadors will talk on the recent airspace violation by Russian fighter jets. After the air policing mission scrambled jets to intercept the alleged Russian aircraft, NATO Chief Mark Rutte praised the quick and decisive response by its members.
I've just spoken with the Estonian PM Kristen Michal about the Russian airspace violation today. NATO's response was quick and decisive.
The EU also condemned the violation of Estonia's airspace and termed it an extremely dangerous provocation.
Clear that Russia is testing how far they can go. And we had very intensive discussions about the international situation and also regarding Russia's actions, really. And of course, our plea is also to the countries that have more close relationship with Russia is to really call them on stopping this.
Moscow, however, has denied the charges. Russia's defense ministry insisted that the MiGs were on a scheduled flight between Karelia on the Finnish border and Kaliningrad, its heavily militarized exclave on the Baltic Sea. On Monday, the Kremlin accused Estonia of making false accusations, saying that the country was trying to ratchet up a confrontational atmosphere. Estonia's foreign minister pointed out that Russia had already violated Estonian airspace 4 times this year, including earlier this month when a Russian military helicopter entered without a flight plan. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has also weighed in, warning that Russia is deliberately expanding its destabilizing activity beyond Ukraine's borders. And President Trump also shared the same concern, saying that he was not pleased with the situation.
Well, I'm going to have to look at it. They're going to be briefing me in a short while, so I'll let you know about it tonight or tomorrow. Well, I don't love it. I don't love it when that happens.
So as NATO aircraft scramble almost weekly to shadow Russian planes and Moscow continues to deny any wrongdoing, the question is whether these confrontations contain to the skies or if they signal the beginning of something far more serious.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka kaljo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Skali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.